Well, everyone, let's go ahead and take a look at the iPhone 17 Pro and compare it against the iPhone 16 Plus and see which particular iPhone is the better one for you. Now, the thing I can definitely tell you about both these particular phones is that they're both very good iPhones. Apple did a tremendous job between both of them, but clearly the iPhone 17 Pro is going to be the best one for you. But if you can get the 16 Plus for cheaper, and or if you're upgrading from a 16 Plus and you're looking at the 17 Pro, this video is going to be perfect for you, and we're going to be able to explain every use case and see if you should upgrade. Now, number one, if you want to at any point throughout this video pick up either one of these particular phones, links will be down in the description below. You can get them from there and you can help support the channel at the exact same time. Now, starting off with the outside of both these particular iPhones. The iPhone 16 Plus came out last year, so it's a little bit over a year old. And on the front side of this particular iPhone, you're basically going to be able to get a 6.7-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. Now, this type of phone for the most part, I think is a pretty good option, right? It's a massive display, dynamic island, very good type of display. There's only like two issues I have with this phone. Number one, the brightness. It's not super bright, but it's good enough. The biggest problem that I have with this is the lack of a ProMotion display. ProMotion, aka 120 Hz, it's a really, really cool thing to have inside of your phone. It makes your phone feel so much faster. It doesn't perform faster, but it just feels so much faster. And I feel like that is kind of one of the coolest things going on for the latest phones. Even when I pick up my iPhone 16 Plus and I mess around with it, or 16 or whatever, 100 like 60 hertz panel, it feels substantially slower. So I would hate for you to go through and already get a phone like that, because that is a really big thing for me. You might not care, but for me personally, that was one of the biggest takeaways that I kind of noticed there. With the iPhone 17 Pro, this phone is going to be giving you a 6.3-inch Super Retina XDR OLED display. It's an LTPO panel. It gives you an always-on display, still giving you the dynamic island, but it's giving you that ProMotion display. That right there is probably one of the biggest takeaways here. And if I'm about to go through and pick up a phone, that is going to be a really big advantage. And I, for one, I'm a massive fan of getting a ProMotion display, and having that 120 Hz there, that is going to be an amazing, awesome thing. So for me personally, if I'm about to go through and pick up a phone, I'm definitely much more of a fan of it, and the 17 Pro is going to hold up a lot better than the 16 Plus. They're both giving you USB Type-C ports on the bottom. On the backside, they're both giving you this like aluminum build with basically this like, I guess the frosted glass back and a portion of it. So they both give you that, although with the iPhone 17 Pro, it is an aluminum unibody, which is nice. They're both giving you action buttons across, camera buttons as well, so both of them have that type of feature. I will say with the iPhone 17 Pro, this is a phone that kind of looks more unique, right? It's giving you more of a unique type of design. It is a pretty, crazy phone when it kind of comes down to it, because it feels and looks very good. It's also giving you that triple camera setup, where the 16 Plus is only giving you that dual camera setup right there as well. So again, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but if you are about to go through and pick up a device, you're definitely going to be feeling like a little bit of a different type of layout on something like an iPhone, 17 Pro, kind of in a better way. When it comes down to the price tag, the iPhone 17 Pro right now is about $1,100. With the iPhone 16 Plus, is basically about, it's like $799 right now, but it's also much cheaper in the used market. So if you're about to go through and pick up a phone, that one is going to be a slightly cheaper type of phone when it comes down to it. But I will say, if you're getting a cheaper phone, is it worth it to get a cheaper device, or is it worth it to just spend more money and get something like an iPhone, 17 Pro? That's kind of one of those interesting situations you get into. But in terms of that kind of covers it up there as well. Now, in terms of the cameras, this is also another key takeaway. The iPhone 16 Plus is giving you this dual camera setup, a 48 megapixel wide and then a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. With the iPhone 17 Pro, it's giving you a triple camera setup with 48 megapixel cameras all across the board. You get 4K at 60 frames per second on the front and the back on both. However, the iPhone 17 Pro on the backside can film in 4K 120, and when it comes down to the zooming in and zooming out, the iPhone 17 Pro can zoom in 8x, so 8 times, where the iPhone 16 Plus can do 2 times. So that right there is a very big takeaway as well. Like if you're trying to go through and pick up the device that is going to be giving you a better experience there, that is going to be another really, really big difference. The iPhone 17 Pro's camera is going to be substantially better here. It's going to perform much better. It's going to look so much better. And the camera, the photos, the videos, everything like that across the board, it's going to be giving you a really good experience. On top of that, another important thing too is that with the iPhone 17 Pro, this phone is also giving you dual capture mode, and it's giving you that, the center stage capability on the front camera. So if you're looking at it just sheer from like a camera standpoint, something like the iPhone 17 Pro, it is going to be a substantially better type of experience from that standpoint. And I feel like that right there, it is going to be another one of those really big takeaways when it comes down to it. So personally for me, I'm a big fan of the iPhone 17 Pro. I think the 16 Plus's camera is still good, right? I still feel like that phone is still going to be giving you like a good, great type of experience. But if you are trying to get the better type of phone here, something like the iPhone 17 Pro, without a doubt, is going to be the one for you. Now, on top of that, I think another really important thing too is basically when it comes down to their capability of their software. So as of right now, it's still kind of tough to tell, but I would say that the iPhone 17 Pro is going to last probably an extra year on top of the iPhone 16 Plus. It could end up lasting longer. The iPhone 16 Plus could end up lasting for the same amount of time as the 17 Pro. We've seen that kind of stuff happen before, but it's really tough to tell. And I'd probably say that with something like an iPhone 17 Pro, this phone is probably going to last an extra year. When it comes down to their battery lives, this is also something that's very surprising. Apple kind of states that the iPhone 16 Plus's battery life in terms of video playback is probably going to be around 27 hours of video playback, where the iPhone 17 Pro is about 33 hours. So this right there is also another big difference, because if you're trying to get the phone that is going to be giving you a better experience here, again, the iPhone 17 Pro could end up giving you better battery life here. In fact, for a majority of times, it is going to be better battery life than something like an iPhone 16 Plus. Even though the 16 Plus is bigger, you're just getting much better battery technology and a bigger size battery instead of the iPhone 17 Pro, which in and of itself is actually pretty crazy. So that side too, that kind of covers that up there as well. Now, when it comes down to basically their, capability of their performance, the iPhone 17, standard or 17 Pro is giving you the A19 Pro chipset with 12 gigabytes of RAM, where the iPhone 16 Plus is giving you the Apple A18 chipset. So this right there is also going to be another big thing. So the iPhone 16 Plus's performance is still going to be pretty good. Like, it still is going to feel like a pretty good phone. And I feel like if you're going to go through and pick up a phone once again, that is going to be a really good option. With the iPhone 17 Pro, this is going to be one of those types of phones too, where it's going to be better than the 16 Plus. But the iPhone 16 Plus, I think, is still like a pretty fast phone. It's still very, very fast. It's not slow at all, but it's the lack of the ProMotion display that makes it feel so much slower in my opinion. So that right there is also another one of those things to keep in mind there as well. Now, on top of that, when it comes down to how these phones kind of, compare right now, the thing I can tell you is that if you're about to go through and pick up a device, I think it makes a lot of sense to buy something like an iPhone 17 Pro. That phone is substantially better. It's going to be a really good type of device, and that one is the one I'd recommend a vast majority of people to go and buy. I think with something like an iPhone 16 Plus, this phone really only makes sense to buy if you're trying to go through and get a device that's, if it's either really on sale, someone's giving you this phone, or if it's a device that you're kind of looking at and like it seems like one that you want to buy, then go for it. But the 17 Pro is a really good upgrade. But before you buy a brand new iPhone 16 Plus, I'd probably recommend buying a used iPhone 16 Pro, because that one is probably going to be roughly around the same price as this one. So, that's just another one of those ways to kind of think about it. But if I'm about to go through and pick up a device, I think those are kind of one of the more important things to keep in mind there. So from that side, that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.